Hey everyone, this is Mark with Gamingtrend. We're at Gen Con 2024. I'm talking to Johnny, Brotherwise, and Mistborn Deckbuilder John DeClaire.
That's right.
I came running. What's going on with this game?
All right, so this is Mistborn the Deckbuilding Game. We're super excited about this one. Like you said, John DeClaire, phenomenal designer. Brandon Sanderson, phenomenal world builder and creator. Bring them all together, and you've got yourself what it has become my favorite deck building game. And deck building is probably my favorite genre of hobby game.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we've played a lot of deck building games, right?
A few.
So you want to do something different. We didn't want this to just be, hey, it's a reskin of another deck building game you've played. And John found a really simple but powerful innovation in this by making it about the metals. So in the world of Mistborn, you have the power to unlock different superpowers, basically, by drinking vials of metals. Don't do that in real life. But if you drink pewter, for example, you become stronger and faster. If you drink steel, you have the power to push steel away from you, like Magneto or something.
Yeah.
And in this game, you have all 8 metals. You have 8 tokens that you use to represent those. And as you play cards, instead of kind of the somewhat usual deck building, your hand plays itself thing, it's that you make decisions when you're buying cards, sure, in all deck building games, and you do that in this one. But in this one, you're also making a decision of the cards in your hand. When you play them, which ones do you put metal on to charge them up? And do you play a card, or do you use that card to charge up another card? Do you play a metal and flare that metal to get a bigger effect, even if you know that that means you don't get to play that metal next turn? So those decisions make the game just a little more strategic, a little more challenging, and really fun and innovative.
So in this game, we are playing Mistborn with access to all the metals, rather
That's
than
right.
one individual.
So in this game, you start with a hero card. You can be either Vin, Marsh, Chanelariel, or Kelsier, for people who know the books. Each one specializes in a different metal. But then your card choices, as you play the game, you have just this wide variety. So you can have, this is a tin card, which is all about improving your senses. This is a brass card, which is more about social manipulation, helps you with those mission points I talked about. Here is an iron pulling card. This is a combat card that also lets you pull a card out of your graveyard, essentially.
Okay.
And so anybody, if you've played other deck building games, even if you've played just like Magic the Gathering or something, you're going to be able to jump into this game, figure out what you're doing, but have an experience that's not really like another game you've played.
Sure.
Yeah.
One of the things, Brandon Sanderson obviously has a huge following, usually popular world.
Yeah.
People are just craving more ways to exist within that story.
Yeah.
And this lets you become the characters that you love from
Yeah.
the Mistborn trilogy. So that's super cool.
Yeah, it's really the first game to let you sort of live out the fantasy of being a Mistborn and doing the things the Mistborn do in the stories. And another kind of cool twist to it is it does have a robust solo and co-op mode.
Okay.
So in that mode, you play against the Lord Ruler, who's like the big villain of the Mistborn first era. And in that, you and I could team up together and take him on, and his deck will reveal Inquisitors and Obligators and his various minions that do things to us. We've got to bypass those and take him down. So yeah, 2 ways to play, and solo, co-op, competitive. I guess that's 3 ways. And innovative gameplay, beautiful art. Here's a great illustration of Spook for the 10-eye card. We just couldn't be more proud of how this has turned out.
Okay, so super excited for this. When can people get their hands on Mistborn the Deckbuilding Game?
So our street date for this is November 7. We're racing to achieve that date. We're going to see how that goes. There may be a pre-order campaign of sorts on dragonsteelbooks.com, but this won't be a Kickstarter. This is headed, essentially straight to retail this year.
Straight to retail, just in time for the holidays.
Barnes & Noble will have it as well. So wherever you want to get your great games, you should be able to get Mistborn.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for telling us about it. If you want to hear more about Mistborn, stay tuned to Gamingtrend. I know we're going to be talking about it. Be sure to check out our other content from Gen Con.
Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Beyond excited.